my little nerds and nerdettes. Please join us for another episode of
Dungeon Crawlers! Oh yeah.
Dungeon crawlers.
Dungeon Crawlers.
Dungeon Crawlers.
We be crawling.
We be crawling.
where you join a bunch of people that play games after hours to have fun. So, we left off with the crew still in Molten Hammer. You have now talked to the Beans, figured that they are missing a deed or title of sale, and you were given kind of like a pass or like a lawyer's identification that allows you to descend to the next layer, basically giving you access to the Marbled Spire. You're told that within the Marbled Spire, somehow their identification, their deed, their point of sale, something is missing that allows them to continue doing business and owning their business. Has just kind of miraculously gone. You suspecting some foul play. Members of the group kind of, went back and forth on what the game plan might be. Determined, the Motley crew made their way Motley Few made their way down into the Marbled Spire, looking for this deed. Immediately distracted, Evelyn kind of bolts off and begins to kind of read on her own as the rest of the crew makes their way further into the Marbled Spire, quickly learning that it is a very confusing and disorientating place, cram-packed with mountains and mountains and mountains of knowledge, deeds, titles, forms of identification, etc. You met up with a pleasant and delightful Nathias, who kind of guided you around, giving you a little bit of a guiding point. But after a couple hours, you pretty much came to no avail, and you realized that you had done one giant circle. As Nova had made her way off to see if she couldn't maybe find Vivek Blade's deed or title ship, kind of sifting through the information on the page there, looking to see if she could find any form of misdeed, mishap, anything that might give some kind of clue. While the rest of the group poked around a little bit more, you do notice, or you did find, a large set of double doors that led into a almost back room. After kind of looking around, you did realize, after Sophia cast, Speak with Tongues, that allows you to have multiple language or
Comprehend language.
comprehend languages.
Well, comprehend languages lets you understand. I think tongues let you speak.
There you go. I'm very tired. It allowed you to read the, I guess you would call it like the name tag on the door, which led you to believe this was Ufrin Pelfid's office. Walking up, kind of jiggling the handle, you did notice it was locked. When you began to hear kind of that clacking of high heel shoes coming down the hallway. You guys kind of all backed off and went into different like aisles to kind of read or stay out of sight as you watched her enter her office and close the door behind her. And that's kind of where we had left off as Nova. You were making your way kind of back to where the group was originally, and Evelyn, I believe, was still kind of sitting in the front, just cramming as much knowledge as she could away. So, give me some library music. As the group is standing, you guys did say you were back kind of a distance, so we'll say you're standing like 80 to 100 feet away from the door, kind of like, not not in one group, but you guys are kind of spread out just a little bit, and you're having a little bit of a conversation as you just watched Ufrin walk in and close the door behind her.
How strong did this person look?
How strong? I mean, at first glance, you noticed a gnomish female that seemed to be, I would say, gnomish height. Waist for you would be come up to about your belly button. I can't remember how tall you are. Again, I think you were like what, 5'5"-ish.
Yeah, about
Pretty
that.
tall. Okay, so about belly button height for you. You know, and she was wearing large, kind of her like, you know, like curator type robes, heavy. I mean, at first glance, I mean, gnomish.
And can you remind me, how did she open the door? Was
She had,
there...
there's a key.
She had a key for like a lock on the door?
Correct.
Okay. I'll just turn toward Patience. I think we should get help from the others.
Yeah. Good idea. Where are they?
What? Yeah, who's with us? It's Evelyn. We know is back in the main part of the library. Nova kind of left the group.
You had left Evelyn kind of back at the front as she got dived into her books. Nova had kind of taken off the moment you guys got into the titles and deeds section.
And
And
KB
then-
and Axel went their own way. So,
I think
because they went to look at the Knoll stuff.
no, they stayed with you. They did not go
Oh,
off.
that's right. Yep, you're right.
They stayed with you. He wanted to, but he didn't.
Yep. So I assume they're still with us then.
Correct.
Well, I don't know where Nova is, but we should go get Evelyn.
Yeah, we could use her particular set of skill.
I'll make a thief out of her yet.
It's only a matter of time.
Okay, I'll make a mental note of where this place is and try and make sure that I can get back here once we find Evelyn and Nova.
Okay.
And I'll head back to start making my way back toward the main part of the library.
Are the rest of you guys following as Sophia kind of turns around, kind of telling you guys what she was going to do? She begins to kind of turn around and start making her way back towards the main entrance.
Yeah, I think that's best.
I mean, I would wait to make sure that they want to do that too. But...
Well, that's why, I was just
Yeah.
asking for. I would say distance-wise and kind of where you are to where Nova was, I would say roughly about the same time you guys do converge at the same kind of where Nathias was sitting with his main the way I see it in my head is like when you walk into a library and there's that person that sits at the big library desk, like the librarian, you know. Nathias is kind of like in his little librarian desk of where like all the titles and deeds are. He's like the main person everybody sees when they first come in. But you guys kind of make your way back towards the front section. Because no matter what you do, you know, you do know that where you guys are now, if you turn directly around 180 and you head straight down the aisle all the way to the very end and you hit the T, you take a left, and it'll bring you back to where Nathias was. So, on your way back, you guys do end up converging with Nova as you guys kind of see her coming out of the rows, like 7 or 8 rows down, as you guys are kind of walking you guys hit the T and you're walking along the path, kind of making your way back towards Nathias. You see her as you get to Nathias, about 8 or 9 rows down. Kind of all of a sudden, she just kind of comes out of the end of the rows at the same time and like turns and kind of starts making her way to you guys in that general direction as well. And I know she's not here right now, so we'll kind of leave it at that. Evelyn, in the meantime, are you... I know, are you still kind of like keeping it meh with the talking?
Wait, what?
Well, I mean, I know you were like with the surgery and everything.
Oh, it's better. I still can't hear out of my right ear, but it's okay. I have you guys in my left ear. I'm good.
Girl.
I got my staples out today. We're good.
Yay. Did they shave you? Do you look like me?
They shaved a tiny part near my ear. You can't tell. I have such long hair.
That's depressing.
But I know. Nobody else
I
can
know.
tell, but I can tell. I know.
But I was gonna say you're bald like me, so welcome to the club. But
It's a very
now it's
small
not so
club,
much
but yes.
fun. Yeah, that's depressing. Your one missing spot is probably more hair than I have my entire head. So,
Yeah.
what are you doing in the meantime?
Am I
Or are
done
you doing
reading?
anything? You've been reading for a while.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay.
I'll rejoin the group.
Okay, so you kind of like start to meander about looking for the group after you feel like you've gotten your large consumption of knowledge, learned quite a few things.
But you're gonna DM to me?
Yes, I will. Because
Okay.
I think I remember what books you picked up.
Point of
Just
reference.
message me. Yes.
Point of reference. I don't think Evelyn was with us when we got details on where to go.
No.
So
That's why I
she's
said
gonna
she's
be
meandering.
Oh no.
Like, just lost, looking so lost. It's
Child
okay though.
lost in Walmart.
I love
Where's my
libraries.
mommy?
She's thrilled to be here.
Oh, they really did. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's so cool. Sorry, not cool, but cool for me. Nova, the other Nova, not Evelyn, Nova. You had come out of the rows of deeds, and you're like 8 or 9 rows down from like where the main desk where Nathias was, and you do see Axel and the whole group making their way at the very far side, kind of towards Nathias at this point.
Okay, I'll just walk up to them casually, like I was just kind of checking the place out. Non-suspect.
Okay.
So I'll approach Axel. Did you guys find anything?
Found a door.
Oh, it's more than I found. I found Vivek's blade stuff, and unfortunately there was nothing really suspicious in it.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah, I was hoping that was going to be quick and easy, but what about this door?
I think it might be the head office of that Ufarin character.
Think they have something, or she thinks she has something in her office that might be of interest?
It's an important place, bound to have important stuff in it.
Guess we better find a way to get in.
The document's inside.
Oh. Well, that's interesting. Well,
We were
if...
coming back to meet up with you and find Evelyn.
Oh, yeah. Sapling.
We might
She's upstairs
we
still.
might need her skills again.
Alright, let's go see if we can find her then. Or I can. No? Group venture? Non-group venture?
It's a
group.
I think we're all heading that way anyway.
Alright, I'll start heading back to the elevator that takes us up so that we can take the stairs to take us down.
Sounds good. So you make your way back down the hallway to the elevator. From the elevator, takes you down to the stairs. From the stairs down the stairs. You take a left. You go back down the stairs another way. You come back down the hallway at a right. Start getting really pissed off and confused, and then you start to kind of recognize some of the layout, the structure, and you get a general gist for where you are. And after what feels like probably about 20-ish some minutes, you do make your way back to that main kind of central corridor where it just goes straight up, and there's just books and books and books and, like, you know, the winding staircase. And you look across the way, and Evelyn is nowhere to be found.
Oh boy. I mean, I really don't want to shout. Any way for you to locate her, Sophia? Maybe find her maple syrup stuff?
I could do that. I can't keep casting that too many times, though.
Good point.
I'd rather use it on tracking something we actually are looking for.
Would I not see them at some point?
I'm Cersei's is deep in her research.
You were looking for them, but you just not sure what direction they took off to. You're just kind of like looking. You're meandering.
No.
So I rolled a dice for kind of a direction that you went. You didn't leave the library. She's still there. She's just around.
Trying to see if I have anything in my arsenal. I definitely don't think I do.
Can you smell her? I'll look over at Axel. Like, you know, the maple syrup, or whatever she called it.
Right, that stuff does have a pretty strong scent. I might be able to catch something.
Might be our only shot. She could be anywhere.
Skills and saves, perception.
Gonna be a decently high DC.
12.
12. Unfortunately, what you pick up is a lot of books, a lot of
Musty book
dust.
scent.
Yeah. BO a little bit from people that have probably been here for far too long reading and have not gone home in a while. Kind of overpowers the senses.
Like shakes his nose a little. Just a bunch of old paper and dust.
I don't want to spend forever walking around this place trying to find her. She could be anywhere.
Well, I mean, one of us could go invisible. That could also work. Might just not be as quite as discreet as a small animal.
I mean, I could just shout.
How so we?
In a library, though?
I'm just gonna I'm gonna say that, and then without warning, after a pause, I'm just gonna shout Evelyn really loud.
Okay.
James, can I make sure there's also
perception? So would I hear it?
I heard 3 people talk at one time. What? I heard something about perception and then something about something else.
If I'm proficient in perception, did I hear it?
Okay, so you're proficient in perception, and then somebody else said something else.
I think it was
No?
patience.
What now?
Whatever. Either way, I just shouted really loud. I wasn't trying to be quiet, and I realized people are probably going to look at me and probably be very upset. But I'm just going to look at them and kind of shrug and be like, I'm sorry. This place is huge. I'm looking for someone. But yeah, I will have shouted really loud. So hopefully if she's anywhere within earshot, she'd hear a loud voice shouting her name.
Okay. Roll perception check for me with advantage.
I have 21 passive. That doesn't count. Okay.
21. You have a 21 passive?
Yeah.
What the fuck, bro? She's got
Um.
the ears of a hawk.
I mean, if you legit
Nasty.
I do. It's on my character sheet.
Nasty.
damn, okay. With a passive perception of that,
I just noticed it.
yeah, you hear it.
Oh, cool. I'm
Um,
gonna go to.
And what what you see is all of a sudden, Evelyn, you found yourself 5 floors up on the 5th floor of like a science fiction type section, and you began to kind of, you knew you should be looking for them, but you got kind of distracted and started kind of like, pulling books off and going, oh, that's really interesting, and you're like scanning pages, and you just hear, Evelyn! You're like, whoa. And you walk over to the railing and you look down and you see the group standing. They're not like ants, but they're quite a ways down. And you look down and you see all of them kind of standing in a circle, and everybody is looking at Nova.
Yep. I'll head down there.
I'm just gonna be looking around, kind of like, again, shrugging
Damn.
at people like, sorry. Yep,
I
sorry.
definitely wouldn't shout. So.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna continue like looking around, hoping that she'll pop up after a few seconds, but just kind of shrugging people off.
Few seconds goes by, no Evelyn. Everybody still kind of stares at you. I mean, like, they're not everybody staring at you now. People do look away at a certain point, but there are some people that kind of they're still giving you like that library stank eye, like, really, you're gonna disturb while I sit here and read. And every
I'm gonna
once in a while you'll
scratch
see
my
him.
cheek with my middle finger at a couple of them.
You see a couple of them kind of give you like a scoff, and they like fold their books up, shut them, and like tuck them under their arms, and they give you kind of like a side eye. And you watch them stand up and they move. They go down like a hallway, and you hear like rustling farther on down the hallway.
Yeah, after a little bit, still not seeing her, I'm just gonna kind of look at the group. Well, if shouting doesn't find her, who knows where she is?
I'm going as fast as I can.
I'm moving.
She's power walking.
Oh. Invisible. Go in. Get out.
Yeah, that might be our only other shot without her.
No worries. I got this.
I'll start.
We have to be careful.
slowly- Oh, go ahead.
I realized that if he notices the document's gone, we're not going to be able to leave this place. They know why we're down here, and they know it's related to the beans.
Well, if they're fraudulently holding a document that doesn't belong to them, that's being hidden.
And who's going to be in charge of seeing if we're in trouble or not?
I mean,
It's going to lead right back to us if they ever notice it's gone.
then let them notice we didn't do anything wrong by I don't know, like giving it back to the people that are supposed to have it. I don't understand why that. Yeah, obviously, if somebody's hiding it, they're not going to want it to come to light. But wouldn't that
Well, what
make
if
them
more
evil?
people know that the document's there than just Ufrin?
So then
What
we
if the
give
reason
it
that the
to-
document's been taken is a lot higher up than us? We've already introduced ourselves as his lawyers and made his way to the library. It's not going to be hard to figure out where the document went and how it was stolen.
So if Ufrin's hiding it, and Nathias has no idea, wouldn't bringing it to that person's attention maybe help? Unless he
What
was
if-
aware?
What if we make a fake one?
Ooh.
Do you have a forgery kit?
I do.
Am I there yet?
Not yet.
Don't worry, we're not in a hurry because I was shouting, hoping. I was gonna give you a little bit of time just in case you heard me and we're on your way. Well, I mean,
But-
my handwriting skills aren't the best, so.
But I
how
guess
am
my
I
have
point,
a-
my point isn't about stealing the document. My point is once Bean comes forward with the document, they're going to know it was stolen from here. Or at least Uvran will, and we don't know who else.
Can't really call
We
it
might be in a lot
stolen.
of trouble.
You can't really call
Unless-
it stolen if it's being held.
Well, we can't. But what if Uvran's not the reason it's stolen? What if there's a lot more people that know it's stolen? They won't care if we're returning it to the rightful owner. They took it themselves.
I guess we cross that bridge when we get there. I think if somebody's hiding it, then that needs to come to light. And whatever happens because of that, or circumstances are caused because we found it, I don't know.
I mean, if I gotta crack some skulls, I gotta crack some skulls, you know?
Exactly.
Is the alternative knowing that it's there, but leaving it in place and just moving on with our lives?
No, because even if we were to tell them that we know where the document is and it's being hidden, if the Beans were to come forward and explain that, or anyone else, they would probably move it and hide it somewhere else then.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I think our only options are to take it and deal with whatever consequence that may bring, or pretend like we never found it at all.
Well, I don't want to pretend like we didn't find it.
They won't believe that. Either.
I think we get it, and we deal with what happens because of it. I don't think that makes
Hey.
us criminals.
Jen, they had mentioned someone else came to look for it before
They had
and
hired.
didn't.
Yeah, they had hired like a local attorney, and he had just said that the files weren't there. Like he had basically, from what you get the gist of it, he had gone down looking for it, and he was just told they just didn't exist.
there.
The same thing you guys were
But
told.
but
pretty
that
much.
guy didn't like mysteriously go missing or anything.
Nope.
He just came back and said, "Oh, I couldn't find it." Okay,
Pretty much, yes.
I couldn't remember.
He said, "Oh yeah, the document doesn't exist," and then he went missing.
Well, then I would feel better if we did not or if we at least left Molten Hammer before they reveal they have the document.
Well, what if
We could
something were
ask-
to
we
happen to
could
them for
request
having it?
If Molten Hammer wants to do something to them, we're not in a place to stop it.
I disagree. I think we're
We
helping.
can't fight all of them. We saw it.
But what would be the sense in
wh-
helping them at all then? If we're just gonna, here's your document, knowing that there's gonna be potentially consequences against them for now having this document returned to them that was supposed to be hidden.
I also don't know if it's fair to assume that everyone within Molten Hammer, executive leadership is in on this conspiracy, right?
About 2
we
seconds
don't
later,
know how high it goes.
Evelyn kind of walks up to the group as you guys are having this discussion, and then I need 2 seconds to run upstairs while you guys have your talk.
Ah, there she is.
This place is great.
Yeah, and it's very large. We're gonna have to put a beeper on you.
Guess what?
What's a beeper?
We found a thing.
You found a thing?
We found the thing.
Oh, the thing.
Yeah. The thing. And it's inside of a locked room.
So we need to be very discreet and sneaky about it.
Yep.
You mean like steal it?
Okay.
I mean,
Wait, listen.
no, we're not stealing it. We are liberating it from its confines.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's
We're
it's somewhere it
recovering
doesn't
it.
belong. It's somewhere it doesn't belong.
That's a good
It's
word
being
for it,
held
actually.
somewhere against its will.
So
What if we just returned it to Matthias?
We're taking it from people who stole it to give it to the people that it was stolen from.
So we would be correcting a wrong?
Correct.
That makes sense.
Or what if you put it just back on the shelf where it belongs? And then let the beans know and they can retrieve it the proper way.
I think that's still gonna end
It's
either
sounds
way.
like
But
they
then
already
this-
tried to retrieve it the right way by sending
what's-
somebody else.
Yeah, we'll just end
But
the
it
same
was
way.
taken before. Here's the thing.
We
Even
don't
if
know
they
how-
were to get it, even if we were to put it where it belongs and they were to get it, that doesn't stop the people that were hiding it from wanting it to remain hidden. So even
The
if we
problem
were
is you
to
don't
deliver
know
it-
who.
True.
We don't know who is involved with this. I mean, we could find ourselves in a lot more trouble than we're expecting, and it's... At
It's
this
the
point,
right kind
making
of
our way
trouble.
here, claiming to be Bean's lawyers, they're gonna trace it right back to us if this... As soon as they find out the documents were revealed and have been stolen or missing.
That makes us
However
pretty
it's
good lawyers,
revealed.
though, doesn't it? We did our job better than the ones they had before. I'm not worried about getting in trouble because we aren't doing anything bad. So if we did get in trouble, it would be for the right
We'd be
reasons.
we'd be getting in trouble with people who are already doing bad things. It wouldn't matter if we're doing something right or wrong.
Good, and then if they do something about it, then that gives us reason to reciprocate that activity.
We'd just be defending ourselves.
Against all of Molten Hammer? Are you
I
crazy?
No.
somehow don't think it goes that deep.
We would be going against corrupt individuals.
Corrupt individuals who likely have the power to arrest us.
Well, why is that likely? It's
Yeah.
possible, but why is it likely?
I didn't say it was likely, I guess. But it is possible.
It is possible,
And we don't know.
but you said likely, and based
I
on
meant possible.
well, I think it's okay. I think you feel like it's likely, which is okay. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just asking why is it that you feel that way?
Why would Molten Hammer want the most valuable shop shut down? The people came from all over to come here to buy weapons from that place.
I don't think it's
And
Molten
yet-
Hammer that
and
wants
yet-
them shut down. It's
Then why are they
specific
still shut down?
I still
The
think
government could
Vivix
the government could have easily kept them in business if they wanted it. They would
Yeah.
not let a single lost sheet of paper keep them from being in business.
I agree. I
So
think
there's
that
someone in
Vivix
power.
Blade- Vivix
It's
Blade-
not a Vivix Blade.
I bet it has something to do with Vivix Blade. And
You
Vivix
think
Blade
that
had
the leaders in
enough
Viv
money-
you think the leaders here are happy that Vivix Blade is here over
No, I think maybe Vivix Blade has a lot of money and maybe somebody is open to being bribed. That's what I think.
That's a great reason why we don't want to piss off who's ever being bribed.
That's a great reason why we find out who likes being bribed so that we can fix the problem.
You're getting in over your head.
I like being
We'd be
over my
getting in
head.
over our head.
Wouldn't be the first time.
We could be heralded as heroes who snuffed out corruption within the offices of
But do
the
you not
Marble
think it's
Spire.
there's something off about a place like this being shut down over a piece of paper?
Somebody
It is
was using the
strange.
rulebook. X, Y, and Z means these people can't do business anymore. And somebody threw a rulebook at them.
I mean, we only have two options. Either we go through with it, or we just go home now.
We can't lie to them.
Well, we also
I
got
can go home.
secret option C. Go home now, come back later.
Yeah, but Sophia's right. When it goes missing, they're gonna know it was us. We came looking for it.
Here's
Well,
the other
no,
problem.
but here's the thing. We go looking for it. We leave. We're like, we didn't find what we were looking for. Then we come back later at nighttime,
Here's the problem.
and then we nick it.
Now,
The,
if somebody
the
finds
problem
out
isn't
we're
this.
snooping around looking for this document, there's a good possibility that they might move it or hide it again.
Oh, good
So
point.
now that we're here looking for it and people know that we're looking for it, we need to get it.
I'm happy to retrieve the document, but we need to be careful of what we do with it once we have it.
I agree.
Well, I mean, it's not like the beans have to come forward with it immediately.
And that's what I was thinking. I'd like to get
Yeah.
away from here before they come forward. That is at least one option I had.
Well, we don't really know how long it's gonna be before they lift the travel ban.
Yeah, that's another
I
issue.
agree with Nova though. If word reaches Uvern that we're looking for the document,
Something drastic might happen.
she might be a little more on guard.
They didn't move it the last time someone went looking for it.
That we know of.
We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know
Yeah,
where
who
it
knows?
We don't know it's
before.
been in this office this whole time. It might have been somewhere else.
Well, I still think if we could somehow make a fake, that would at least buy us time. Does anybody know how to do that?
All right.
The beans
What?
might, but then if we go through the trouble of procuring it, then we have to go back in to deliver the fake. Or it means that we're leaving and coming back, and that kind of puts us in that spot of wondering if it gets moved again because somebody knows we're snooping around.
Well, I've got parchment and ink. I don't know what these documents look like, but when we see it, we can make an assessment on maybe how difficult it would be to forge.
It's a good idea.
But you're right. If it's kind of beyond what we could do in this moment, we'd have to go into the
Well, I doubt
seedy
the
underbelly of the city
documents.
and find someone.
I doubt the document's just out and about. If Uvern doesn't see us take it, I doubt they'll notice it's missing.
Depending on where it is.
At least
Office.
immediately.
At least immediately.
Hopefully she doesn't check in on it often.
I mean, I doubt she's just the other day going in there and checking to make sure it's still there.
Yeah,
Though
no,
maybe
that's
she will since she knows someone's looking for it.
exactly why I think we need to take it sooner rather than later.
But as soon as we take it, they're going to know it's us. We will never be able to get out of here. We have to be out of here before Uvern notices it's gone, or we never have a shot.
I don't think that'll be difficult. 'Cause she
So,
won't notice that we took it.
how about this? So, the people that are going inside, which I mean, it could be just me, or maybe Tall, Dark, and Spooky over here. Also, that's two, and then maybe a third person for lookout, stand off somewhere else, and make sure nobody comes in. Everybody else goes towards the entrance of the building. So that way, only some of us are implicated if we're seen.
feel like all of us are implicated either way, because all of us came down here as a group looking for it.
I didn't go with you to begin with. They wouldn't know I was with you.
It's very true.
Hmm.
But
Good
we
point.
kind of need your skills.
Right, but if I went alone. Or
I
disguised.
feel like we would still be implicated because we were the ones that came in looking for it. So they would probably still assume that we took it.
I kind of nod my head.
But can they prove it?
I don't necessarily like the idea of us all being split up, just in case something happens. I feel like we're stronger together. But I do agree that we shouldn't all obviously rush in there. But I don't think a group of us being far away is a good idea.
Agree.
Well, what if there's just an easier way? As soon as we take the document, we can't pin it on Uverin.
True. I mean, we could just knock
But-
on the door and ask for it.
But right now, if we went to someone else and tell him about it and say if Uverin has this document, he's keeping it. But that
Request
leads to the
somebody
same
to
problem.
do-
What if how would we ask?
Request somebody to do a zone of truth. I'm sure there's people in this city that can do that. Prove that
We
what we're
had
saying is truthful.
We could get in touch with the same people we talked to last time. Or at least similar.
Do I hypothetically have Zone of Truth if I had a long rest? Or is that my other character?
That's a good question.
I'm looking.
I don't think it's a druid spell.
It might be my cleric that has it.
That's probably it.
Yeah, I know clerics do. I don't know that.
It's like
Or I have a
cleric-
druid cleric multi-class, and she probably has it. That's what I'm thinking.
Clerics, paladins, bards.
Yeah.
I think if someone were to need to do it to prove that we were telling the truth, it would probably be a official of some kind of the city.
Right.
But again, I think that we cross that bridge when we get there. I think the first order of business is actually getting the document.
But once
We
we
don't
steal
have
it,
to
we
work on
can't
this
pin it on
otherwise.
Uverin. What if we asked Matthias? What if we tell Matthias we know he has it? Who should we go to?
He's not going to believe us.
He doesn't have to. But he might know who does.
Welcome to try. But it's likely a secret, and he won't know, and nor would he believe that when we say that we know it's in there. I mean, we could maybe find a way to make him believe.
Could we read his thoughts while we ask him questions to make sure we don't? To make sure we don't tell him anything we shouldn't.
That could work.
Wait, say it again?
Gonna see if we can ask him questions.
I'll start by asking him, do you think it's possible someone took it? And we'll just see how he reacts.
I can read his thoughts while he's being questioned. I can't I wouldn't be able to dig very deep though.
No, but we should be able to at least get a sense of, is Matthias in on it?
Yeah.
Right?
True. Hey Ginge, just to recap while you were gone, because we had a whole long discussion.
I figured.
Basically we were trying to decide on if we wanted to break in and steal the document and give it to the beans, but that would probably come back to us because we were the ones looking for it. Then it was a question of, do we just leave and say that we know where it is, but then, you know, they're still not going to probably be able to get it, and then after anyone knowing that we know it's in there, or questioning about if it's in there, it's probably going to be moved or destroyed or something. So we're basically trying to decide what kind of trouble we might get in for stealing something that shouldn't be where it is. So is it really stealing? And who might be behind it, and what kind of trouble we might be getting into. So we're kind of going through the motions of figuring out next best options.
Ginge just leans back and sips tea.
The tea.
All good ideas, all valid.
Well, we could ask Matthias. He might not let us out of his sight, though. We start asking some odd questions.
I have an idea of how to go about it.
Okay. Shoot.
We could just ask him, is there another place it could be? Or if he has any ideas where it could be.
Maybe ask
See his thoughts.
Yeah, see.
That doesn't seem to raise suspicion.
That's very true.
And then eventually lead him in the direction, and based on whatever thoughts he'll read, we can decide when we want to stop.
Well, let's give it a try. I think that should be a pretty easy way to see how deep this might go. With that, I'm going to start walking back towards the hall that leads to the stairs that go up so that we can take the elevator down.
As you make your way down the hallway to the elevator, back towards the stairs.
Yeah, whatever you just said.
Down the skinny hallway that Axel barely fits down, you make your way about 10 to 15 minutes later back to the Deeds and Titles section where Matthias is.
I'll kind of give Sophia a knowing nod and walk up with her. And when
Well,
she
we weren't able
starts
to.
questioning Matthias Ginge, I'm going to be doing Detect Thoughts surface level with him.
Okie dokie.
I'll just kind of ask a little. I'll act a little bit exasperated. I guess, yeah. It's a lot of documents to look through.
You talking to him or just in
Yeah,
general
just,
area?
just kind of to Matthias, yeah.
We had one other thing we wanted to ask. If the document's not here, is there any other place it could be?
I mean, it could have been taken for reformation. It could be taken because of delinquent bills. It could be being resold. It could be reledgered. It could be being held under lock and key by Uferin for various reasons that is out of my wheelhouse. But she usually doesn't hold on to it for too long if it's something that requires reledgering. And the surface thoughts are, well, she could have it if this is a delinquent or bill of pay and they're being bought out under Bank Right 42. Then it could be a foreclosure. Well, or that, or it could be sent over into DMV, or not DMV. It could be sent over to Deeds and Titles, Case Closures, Window 42. But I'm not sure. And he's still telling you these things as he goes along. I truly do not know. If it's not out there, it should be. If the document actually does exist, then usually we'll find its way back there.
I have a quick question.
Of course.
If it were being held for a period of time, I mean, how long has it been? Do you know how long it's been missing?
I'm sorry, and he kind of points to like this 20 some 30 rows of deeds and titles that just seem to go on for forever. It's kind of hard to keep track of every single one of them. That's usually falls into each one of the categories, and then he pours towards the far left side of the wall where you see like all the windows, and you see like the kind of like the DMV. They got like the little sign hanging above them. Like window 1 is deeds. Deeds, titles, and refinancing, and then window 2 is like you see like a little way down. You see like deeds, titles, um, new closures, new ownership, and like and it just kind of goes on. It has like each one like a different thing. Everybody kind of keeps a section that they kind of pertain to, and they kind of just keep up to date on.
I'm gonna be nodding with him to make it seem like I'm still listening to him, and I'm gonna mind link with Sophia and say, do you think it'd be worth it to ask him if we could check with, or if he could check with Ufrin, or if that's being held there, or do you think that would be too suspect and maybe tip her off?
Well, we want to rule out some of these, right? I'll look kind of back at Nova. Would you be able to check with this, what did you say? Uvron?
Ufrin, yeah. If you would like, I can leave her a note on her desk, and when she's able to, I can read at her earliest convenience.
Do you know when she's in, just so that we have an idea of when she might check that note, so that we're not waiting around for too long?
She was in earlier today. She just left about 5 minutes ago.
Do you know when she'll be back?
Probably tomorrow sometime.
Oh man. Okay. No, I understand. It is getting later in the day.
My
Sure.
apologies.
No, it's okay.
Should we come back tomorrow?
If you would like to come back tomorrow, we can certainly try. I can try and make an appointment. She's usually booked out a week or two at a time.
Well, we should probably just talk to her tomorrow then.
Yeah,
Understandable.
That'd be okay. That'd be okay. Especially since she already left. I guess it can wait. Do you mind in the meantime if we still? There's so many documents. Do you mind if we still just look to make sure that we didn't miss anything?
Of course, take your time. We do close in about 3 hours.
Okay, good to know. Thank you. I'm gonna link my arm with Sophia and walk back towards the group.
Meta Pigeon Ginge.
Yes.
What were the surface level thoughts when? Did you say the surface level thoughts to Nova for when? He said she left 5 minutes ago and she'll be back tomorrow.
If you could.
It would have been legitimately that she took off like 5-10 minutes ago roughly, and he thinks she's gonna be in tomorrow. Unsure though.
Okay.
Even better if she's not.
Yeah, I was kind of playing that off like, oh, that's a bummer that she left. Do you know when she's coming back? I was just trying to get a gauge on how long we have before she's in the office.
The gist from what you got in his memory is he was kind of thinking like, what day is it? Is she gonna be in tomorrow? She might be.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so I'll walk back with Sophia to the group.
Yep.
And then I'll say quietly, no, everything he said was legit. I didn't get anything other than what he was already telling us.
Well, he's definitely not in on it.
Yeah, I didn't get a feeling that there was anything suspect. But
Is it possible it's just being held because they're still figuring out the Vivix Blade buyout?
Yeah, but there was nothing. So when I was reading Vivix Blade's deed, it did mention in there that they had the ability to buy out foreclosures, but from what we understand, the beans were not in foreclosure. So that's the question of, is it being put into a status that it shouldn't be in for the purposes of closing it fraudulently?
Well, then stealing it might not help.
No, I think stealing it still does help, because it sounds like there's something going on that forced them to close. Perhaps they're trying to act like they didn't pay, or they owed something, or they weren't in good standing in some way when they were.
He could be alright.
I mean, per the beans, it just went missing. And I would think that if somebody was
Yeah.
going to go into foreclosure, they would be part of that process and be aware.
Well, if we're gonna do this, now's the time.
Alright. Well, I don't have a way of making myself small and discreet or invisible, so that's up to you
Well, I
guys.
can turn people invisible, but
Don't waste your spell slots. I can do that. To me, anyway.
I
No,
mean,
not my head.
I could wild shape, but
Into a spooder.
not spider.
Ladybug.
Spider.
Ladybug.
A ladybug.
Oh, I like it. Well, maybe the two of you go in then.
All right. Been a while since I did a B&E.
But how do we get in?
well, we should first just make our way there, I think, and see what the door looks like, and go from there.
I'm gonna mind link with Axel. If the only way we can get into this door is with that key, would you be willing to use it?
Yeah, I mean, if there's no other option.
This motherfucker has a key? What?
You guys don't know that. I was mind linking.
I
This
know.
motherfucker has
I'm
a key.
out of character. I'm like, what?
We'll see what mind linking again. We'll see what it looks like, but that might be our only option.
I was actually imprisoned for 17 years for fraudulently making wax molds of keys.
All over Radar.
Axel's backstory. You guys are
All
unlocking
over the
lore.
place.
Yeah. He's an infamous knoll thief, known as the Blacktail Mamba. I don't know.
AKA Keysmith.
The Keysmith. Or no, hold on. Oh God, help me. Diablo.
Keymaker.
Yeah. Gozer. Fucking Ghostbusters. The Keymaster.
Keymaster.
He is the Keymaster. Are you the Keymaster?
Infamous Keymaster.
I am the gatekeeper. I am the keymaster.
Fucking love that movie.
Alright,
So-
so we're walking back to the door.
Matthias goes back to reading his books and doing what he's doing as you guys kind of take off. You start walking down the columns and the rows of deeds, titles, and God knows what else is down there. Takes you a couple minutes, but you do start to see the large doors at the far end.
Can I fit under them in my tiny form?
Are you just did you shapeshift or are you just looking?
I'm just asking, if I did shapeshift, would I be able to fit?
Possibly. Looks like you could. Possibly.
So I might be able to fit. We might not need to unlock it at all.
Can we see any gaps under the door? Can we see into the room?
You can't see into the room, but from what you can tell, I mean, it's tight, but I mean, there might be like a little bit of wiggle room to get through.
There's no gaps though. There's no way to see in.
As far as you can tell, no. It's pretty. I mean, it's dwarven made. It's very,
What about the keyhole?
sound secured. I mean, you can try looking through the keyhole if you
I'm
want.
gonna look around before doing that.
You do look around, and it looks like the people that are kind of working those little windows, a couple of them have already shut up shop. And the area that you guys are in is pretty dark.
I don't see shit.
You do see, it has like the two candelabras to the left and the right of the door. So there's light. It's not like complete darkness. Do you want to try peeking through the keyhole?
Well,
Roll a perception check.
I rolled 5.
Perception. Oh, 5.
I rolled 5 for perception to see, like, do I notice anybody, like, maybe looking at us, because we don't want to look suspect standing in front of this door. So I would probably not stand directly in front of it.
Okay.
But with a 5 you know, like you said, it looks like people are closing up shop. Do I appear to feel like there's anybody watching us?
As far as you're concerned, nope.
Okay.
What about as far as Evelyn's concerned with her passive perception?
No, you're alone. From what
I
you can tell.
would walk up to the door, and can I roll perception to see how well I can see through it?
Yes.
I don't see shit. 7.
Good roll. 7. Unfortunately, as you look through the keyhole, it is pretty dark, and the keyhole looks to be very well made and probably a bunch of locks inside, and unfortunately, you're not able to see anything.
All right, I'll move away from it.
I don't know why we're not letting the person with 21 passive perception
I
do
don't
this stuff.
know that she has a passive perception of 21, Ray.
That's true.
I'm just
She's very
I'm just a
wise.
sorcerer. I think I see everything.
Ginge, I'm gonna start by just ritual casting detect magic.
Detect magic. Okay. So as you guys are kind of looking at the door, you're trying to look through the keyhole. Several moments pass, and you cast detect magic.
I'll
You
let them
do
know
de-
what I'm doing. Just
You do detect several forms of magic, both on the lock and behind.
Oh.
Well, it's magically locked. And there's magic inside as well.
What kind are we looking at?
yeah, what kind of magic is on the door? I know what kind of magic is inside the room.
Yeah. I know what it is, but I have to think of what school it falls into.
Yeah. Yep.
That's always my fucking. All right, here we go. On the, I think this falls in the right one, but actually, hold on. I know how to.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Okay. Abjuration on the lock. And inside is necromancy, illusion, and another necromancy.
Necromancy, illusion, necromancy. I'll let them know.
Well, I can disable this lock on the outside. But people will be able to hear it. Oh, I was trying it before. It made quite a loud sound.
Oh, damn it. I had a...
Is there no way to make it quieter?
I don't have any more. Damn it. Shit.
Oh, I've read about spells that do that, but I don't know them.
Shit.
Does dispel magic work?
Probably.
Are you able to dispel magic?
Yeah. If we knew which one to dispel.
Abjuration.
Well, yeah, because you can't see the other ones. The only one you can see right now is the abjuration spell in front of you.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm just worried if I use it for that, are we gonna wish we had it on the other side of the door? Like, I could do it, but then we're down to only one more use of it for inside.
So, the only other issue, what if we were to dispel whatever magic is on this lock, but it does not open the door?
And it would be a waste.
Exactly. Perhaps there's just some form of protection on it, but it doesn't actually unlock it.
I'm
That
fairly
would seem too
certain.
easy.
I'm fairly certain that the spell that's on the lock is keeping the door shut.
If you're certain, then it would be worth it. But like Evelyn said, then what do we do once we're in with these other spells?
Well, I mean, do we know for sure that they're traps?
No. But why else would there be necromancy spells on the other side of the door?
Oh, wait, like on the other side of, like, on the door?
There's necromancy magic back there. I don't
Well,
know
you
any
can.
spells like that. It's not a magic I've ever messed around with. Or even gotten my hands on.
Well, that, I mean, that in and of itself is kind of sus.
Undead sentries, maybe meant to keep watch.
That could be.
Ooh, maybe.
We won't know until I can see it. What actually am affected by that?
Do you think you could fit under the door, Evelyn? And then maybe
Okay.
see what's on the other side?
I can try. Right, Ginger?
Can try.
Well, how many times can you do that?
Twice.
So if you have to use it to get in, and then transform to grab the object, you'll
Do I
want
have
2 uses so you can get back, right?
Do I have to transform to grab the object?
No, I don't think a ladybug can grab a big deed. Wait, does drop? I don't think dropping wild shape counts as a use.
No, but
Well,
you have
it's
to get out.
casting it. It's getting back out.
Oh yeah. So she'd have to drop to probably pick up the deed, and then she wouldn't be able to get back out of the door.
Like, I can stay in wild shape for 2 hours.
I assumed that once you were in, you'd be able to unlock the door.
But
No?
maybe not.
Well, that's possible.
It's
That's my
possible,
hope,
it's not
but I'm running
complete.
with the assumption that if I can't.
Mm.
I could always change the size of this door. What if I made the door smaller?
You can make the door
Oh, that's a
smaller?
stupid
Or-
idea. Oh, but
or
I think it
bigger.
would work. Bigger?
I would make it
Well, if it's
bigger.
bigger, I can't get under.
Sophia starts to like, kind of like think in her head and like that might work, and kind of like point around and kind of
although
go
if
into the
it's-
wizard state.
Yeah, if it's bigger, it might break the hinges or the wall around it. You know, if the gap may get bigger somewhere around it. I don't know. Or I don't. How much smaller can you make it? If you shrink it really small, is it just going to be a walkway that we can walk through?
When I was testing the spell, when I was learning it, it wouldn't break anything, it would just get as big as it could. I think getting it smaller is what we want to do.
Mm.
But how small can you make it?
It's usually about half of its size.
How tall is the door, Ginge?
Hmm. Ten feet. Nah, like 8 feet by. I say 8 by 6. Yeah.
Well, if you were to shrink it by half, we could crawl over it. Or
Well, the
crawl
door
under
would
it.
probably fall over. Someone would need to catch it.
What if we
True.
put that that hole thing that we have underneath it? Make it fall in the hole.
Well, that could work.
We'd need to put the door back.
Fuck.
think catching it makes sense if it falls over. Then we just.
Well, putting the door back is going to be tough anyway.
I think sneaking in wild shape seems like the easiest one. More discreet.
It does, but once you're in, what if... Okay, let's say you make it in and you get the document. You have to be able to carry the document out. It likely does not fit under the door. And what if you cannot open the door from the other side?
Well, if I re-wild shape, then it merges into my items, and that's redundant.
I know you guys are trying to think of everything, but I think we gotta make a decision here. Like, what are we doing?
I'm gonna kind of give Patience a pat on the back.
I don't know. Breaking and entering isn't my skill set.
I don't want to send.
Because I'm about this close to just punching the fucking door down.
Listen.
I'm gonna take out a crowbar, Ginge. Would that fit? Or would a sorry, better question. Would a crowbar fit underneath the door?
Not all the way. I mean, you can get a small piece, like a portion, like the tip.
I'm gonna try and do that.
Okay.
And see if I can't just. What if I'm gonna pull it out and then just quickly? What if we could get just a way to see inside? That's all we would need.
What if we just dispel the lock and deal with whatever's on the other side?
I like that idea.
If Evelyn goes in there and something happens, she's by herself.
Okay. We're gonna dispel magic on the door.
I mean, that seems like that makes the most sense at this point.
Does it have like a... Does Dispel Magic do a target, or is it like an area?
A target.
Ah. Just asking.
Yeah. I'd have to pick, like, specifically, I think it's a creature, object, or magical effect.
So the door.
The door.
So
Or the magical effect on the door, rather.
Well, but it says object. So you could just
Yeah.
do it on the door, and then anything that's affecting
to
the
the door.
door should be dispelled, right?
Should.
Now, the only other consideration, we dispel that magic, we can't put it back. That could raise alarm bells. But
Well, I mean,
breaking the
how-
door isn't going to help either.
Well, it's a good chance they're going to know we're here.
I just
I don't see
dispel
how
the damn lock. Just dispel it. We'll deal with it from there.
Unless Evelyn could get in, grab the document, and get out, wild shape. Then there's a chance they won't know we were here.
What if something happens while she's in there? We know there's necromancy on the other side. Then we're stuck out here.
And I
Is
feel
that
like,
right?
and I
Can
feel
that
like
reduce the door?
any form that she would take is gonna have trouble picking up a giant ass piece of paper.
She's gonna have to drop wild shape.
Yeah.
And then what
Recast
if
it.
that triggers something?
And that'll reduce the door?
I mean, in an emergency, we could just do that, you know? So,
Ok.
Evelyn, if you're up for it, you go in as your ladybug. See if you can get to the document or find it, because that's the other issue, is we don't really know where it is in there, if it's locked up or if it's just sitting out. If you don't have any trouble, I'm gonna set Mind Link with you, and if you do run into trouble, just tell me and we'll find a way to get in.
Well, she's going to find trouble. The lock in there is going to be magical as well.
True. But if she saves her dispel, since she's not using it on the lock, she can
That's
use
true.
it while in there.
That's true.
What do you think, Evelyn?
I'll try the wild shape.
Alright, I'm going to...
Who's the
mind-
one that has the spell magic?
Evelyn.
I have dispel magic.
So
Okay.
Sophia just needs to be ready to reduce the door if shit hits the fan.
Yep.
Okay, so you cast.
And I'm gonna set mind link with Evelyn. It's not affected by her ability to communicate even if she's in wild shape because of her intelligence score. So I can still communicate with her.
Okay,
Well,
so you're not casting Dispel Magic. She's wild shaping under the door, correct?
We're going with the wild shape.
Okay. Sounds good. So, you watch as Evelyn kind of takes a step towards the door. And as she does, the body you kind of hear like creaking, and the body begins to like she starts to become like a midget. And then you watch as she just kind of forms and disappears for a split second as she takes the form of, I'm assuming, a ladybug, correct?
That's what we're gonna call it, yeah.
Okay. And you find one of the smaller cracks, kind of where the door meets. Right below it, there is a path. Large enough for a ladybug to make it. As you continue through the doorway, you enter the room. In the far side of the room is a couple of magical candles that seem to be lit on both sides. The room is very low lit. So as a ladybug, do you have dark vision?
Yep.
Okay, so you are able to see the room. Before you lies a giant, looks to be like a bearskin rug. On the other side of that is a large, kind of oval type desk, with a window that looks out. And as you look out the window, it's kind of like a scenery of like a. It's the outside of the spire, outlooking like the falling magma and lava falling off the side of the of Molten Hammer. From there to the right, you see a large canvas that depicts kind of like dwarves versus like demons, humans, dwarves, and elves versus like demons. Like it's a mass war type deal hanging over kind of like a fireplace. Fireplace is not lit at this time. To the right hand side, you see kind of 3 or 4 shelves. There's a bunch of scrolls, papyruses. There's some books. There's kind of like a desk that has like a scroll kind of like rolled out on it, and kind of 2 holders in place. You see a quill sitting on top of that, and just like various paintings on the walls with some candles here and there.
I almost fell off the bed.
Don't do that.
Hey, Ginge.
Yes.
From when I casted locate object,
Yes.
I would have known exactly where this object is. Where in the room is it?
Are you
So
still able to hold that spell though?
I'm not casting it. I'm saying from before. This was
got it.
where it would have been when we first found it.
It would have
we
been
we came up to the door.
It would have been in to the left, somewhere.
And I would know about how far. Yeah.
Roughly about 15 feet in.
High, low, like
Higher.
eye height. Okay.
I'll be giving this instruction to Nova.
Okay. But yeah, I was gonna check in with her anyway after a minute of her being in there. Just say,
Yeah,
hey, how are
because
you
I'd be
doing?
asking her, where am I looking here?
Yeah, so I'm gonna explain. Yeah, once you go in the room, it's gonna be about 15 feet back, somewhere on the left, a little bit higher up. And I would explain, like, if Sophia showed me, like, she put her arm up in the air about how high, it would kind of explain how many feet up.
Okay. I need to look up the stats on this wild shape to see what I can do while I'm in this wild shape. Passive perception of 12. Horrible intelligence. Oh.
So I would still use. I know that we're calling it a ladybug, but I would still use what it was
I am.
before. Okay.
I am using those. I think I'm gonna have to drop wild shape to look for it.
Do what you gotta do. Just make sure you check. And I'll remind you. Just make sure to check in with me. And
With a passive perception of 12, do I notice any type of trap?
Any traps?
Yeah.
Not in the immediate vicinity. You can roll for that. I mean, yeah, nothing in your immediate vicinity that like sets it off with your passive perception. You can roll perception and see if you see anything that looks out of the normal.
How do you roll perception? Just a d20?
It's
Yeah.
d20 plus
There's no
whatever your
modifier on it.
modifier is.
yeah,
then
whatever the
just roll
modifier
d20.
is.
Because if I'm in wild shape, I don't get my modifier.
You might have your creature should have a different one.
Yeah, it doesn't.
If they
have
don't
a
if they don't
modifier.
have a specifically perception bonus, then it's just the creature's wisdom, I think.
Yeah, so no, it's a 7. It's lower. I guess I'm gonna
I
drop my
think
wild
if
shape.
I think perception's a skill though. If yours is higher than your wild shape, you can actually use yours. I'm pretty sure you can for all intelligence, wisdom, and charisma
Oh.
skills.
Yeah, just
Oh.
the physical 3 change. The other stuff.
That's true. That's true. So yeah, you should be able to
I can use mine.
add your bonus.
Because if I could use mine,
Yeah, I
we'd
think
be
it's
better
something
off.
different with wild shape.
Didn't you have a +6?
Yeah, miserably failed.
It's still only
that
13.
it did no, failed that roll. So yeah, I'm gonna have to drop wild shape and investigate it, I guess. Does anything happen if I drop wild shape?
You drop it?
Yep.
Okay. No, I'm just kidding. Nothing right now as you stand in front of the door.
Well, if I approach
Um,
the area,
The one thing that does happen is the moment you drop wild shape, the 2 lights in the back kind of light up.
spooky.
Uh-oh.
Don't like that. But I only rolled an investigation 3.
So as you begin to kind of look around, touch, grab, look through books, scrolls, you're not seeing anything. You do go to the left, kind of shoulder, like chest to head height, and you're looking kind of on the left-hand side where she said this item might be, and you're going through books and some of the scrolls on the left side, but you're not seeing anything. There's 2 books on the left-hand side. All of the scrolls and the books are on the right-hand side, but there's nothing on the left-hand side, and you just don't see anything over there that's telling you this is a scroll for the Beanworks, or this is a bookwork for that, or
Then I'll tell Nova I can't find it.
So I would be
what-
explaining to her what it looked like. And if she doesn't see that where it should be, then I'll suggest, well, maybe when she was in there last, she moved it. Is there
Does she
anywhere else?
does she see any documents there?
Well, she doesn't see the scrolls on the left side where it should be. So is it possible Ufren moved it before she left?
I'm gonna cast locate object again, Ginge. Same exact as last time.
inside 15 feet to the left,
Have
neck height.
My
Tell
neck height or his
Evelyn.
neck height? Because I'm quite a bit taller than Sophia.
Sophia, neck height.
tell Evelyn to grab a bunch of the scrolls and papers that she has there, and I'll see if it moves.
I'm gonna explain this to Evelyn. Just to ask that. I'm gonna explain neck height for Sophia, so it's gonna be like chest height for me.
How about just start moving a bunch of objects around, and I'll see if
I guess
I'm
I'm picking
gonna
up
tell
a
her to
stack and
start.
moving it.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell her, hey, pick stuff up and move it, and we're gonna see if it moves on our side.
Nothing. Doesn't move.
I'm gonna look at Sophia to see her reaction.
I'll keep shaking my head.
No, nothing's moved yet. Anything else in that area?
Nothing else in that area, Evelyn. You
Um,
pretty much moved all the books and like the 4 scrolls that were there.
Can I dispel magic? Is there magic to dispel there?
Like in that general area?
Yes.
Do you have detect magic up?
I don't have detect, I have dispel.
I know. But you don't know. You know that there's 2 forms of necromantic magic in there that they told you about, but you don't know
No.
where.
We told.
Oh.
Sophia did. Or yeah, Sophia explained
Mm-hmm.
that there
But
was
it was on the other side of the door. You know
necromancy
that
Yeah,
there's
and
2
illusion.
forms in there, but you
And
don't know
illusion.
where. Yep, and you don't know where.
So you
No.
do not need to be able to perceive any magic
Yeah.
effect in order to cast a spell magic on it, but you
Yeah.
do
It
need to
just says-
specify what the target is. So you would have
Yeah.
to say, what are you casting it on?
So
Yep.
she
And I
would
couldn't
Well,
tell
yeah.
you. I
She
And
would
Well, it
that's
says
yeah,
creature, object, or magical effect.
correct, but you don't know what.
But
You
I'm
could
so
pick
we
you
we know
could
there's
pick
2
air-
necromancy and 1
illusion.
abjuration.
Oh,
You said
well, I
abjuration.
cast it on the
Right.
abjuration.
Abjuration's the door.
the lock.
Yep. Oh yeah, illusions inside. Yep.
Correct.
So
There was
she would-
illusion and 2 necromantic.
So she could
Oh.
effectively just pick a spot and hope that that's the spot that's illusion.
No, I
and
would
it might
pick
work.
the illusion effect to dispel
But you
within
don't
120 feet.
But you don't know what is the illusionary effect, is the thing. You know it's in there, but you don't know what is where, like what it's set to.
You don't have to.
You don't
It
have
says
to.
choose a creature,
You can
object, or
target
magical
a
effect
yeah.
in range.
So she
So
knows
with
there's an
dispel
illusion.
magic,
Yes,
she
knows
can
there's an
literally just
illusion,
cast it in the room.
Yes,
and it
120
dispels
feet.
illusion. If she says illusion, it dispels it.
Yes. As it reads. Choose 1 creature, object, or magical effect within range. It doesn't say you have to know what it is. It just says choose 1.
Okay. Okay, so you cast the illusionary effect.
Yeah, I'm still reading through stuff too, Ginge.
I'm
I-
gonna send it to you so you know if it would even work.
No, I just pulled it up and read it. So what happens then is to your left, above the fireplace, the picture, like the large the large portrait of the like dwarves, humans, elves that are fighting these like demons from hell, and they're like, they're winning, they're slaughtering them. The portrait changes, and what you see is demons beheading dwarves, holding them up on spikes. Basically a portrait of war, but not in the way you would think it would go. Like a very gruesome,
Wow, they call me spooky.
very gruesome picture, depiction of war, but with the good side losing horribly.
Oh,
Would I notice the illusion magic's gone?
lovely.
I don't think you're just looking for detect.
I'm not
object right
detect.
now.
I'm not.
Yeah,
Right, I'm
not
not detecting
detecting
magic.
anymore.
Yep, you're right.
So
Yep, I
unfortunately,
wouldn't.
yeah, no. You do kind of hear maybe like the casting of the spell.
It is verbal.
Yep.
Yeah, so you would hear like some mumbling or something on the other side of the door.
Passive perception. Notice anything else?
No.
Nova, that didn't
Oh,
work.
actually, with your 20, even with passive perception, you just pick up that picture frame for some reason.
It's odd. Why that would have illusion on it?
It's kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, I gotta mark that off.
Did
too.
she cost something?
Oh, it seems like she did. Maybe she found something. I'm gonna check in with her again.
Yeah, I would tell her like I dispelled the illusion and all it did was change the painting.
Odd.
Is there anything
And-
behind the painting?
Whoever
Ooh.
owns this office has got some issues, but
Yeah, so I'll explain that she did dispel illusion, but that the painting changed.
Okay.
And then.
Is there any?
Oh yeah, I'll ask that. Yep.
Yep, exactly. Can you see if there's anything hidden behind the painting?
Do you want an investigation roll for that?
You can just pick the painting up and
You
do
can
it.
pick the painting up if you want, yeah.
Okay, if I move the painting.
There's a locked safe behind the painting.
Nova, there's a locked safe.
So it is a rather large painting, so you're like taking it off and you're like, oh, God.
Awkward.
But you do set it down, and as you turn
Ooh.
around, there is a decent sized lock safe above the fireplace.
And you told me that?
Yep.
I'm gonna look at Axel. It might be a good time to use that key.
And why is that?
She found a locked safe in there.
Does the safe have a keyhole?
Good question. I'm gonna ping back to Evelyn. Looking at that safe, is there a keyhole?
Is there a keyhole?
Oh, fucking hell.
This is why you ask questions.
Damn, Axel.
Axel's like, duh.
What kind of safe has a keyhole in the modern day and age?
Listen,
I don't know. My brain
I
was like
assumed it's
numbers.
old stuff, okay? Like normal, like where you have keys to unlock shit, okay?
No, they got a biometric scanner on that bitch.
They got the fucking
It's an eye
twisty
scan.
wheel thing? Whatever, okay. Never mind, never mind. Wishful thinking. So I'm gonna back with Evelyn. Is that safe something that can be picked up?
Wait, did we determine there's no keyhole then?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it something that could be picked up? I think it's built into the wall, isn't it?
Yeah.
Damn it. I'm gonna be explaining all this. That there's a safe. It doesn't know how to have a keyhole. It looks like it's built into the wall. Any ideas?
Does it look like I can unlock the door
From the other side?
from the inside?
Possibly, yeah.
Give me a sec. And I can see if it's still magical. Or if the illusion magic's gone.
Well, the
Abjuration.
illusion.
The door
No,
was
no,
abjuration.
Sophia,
Yes.
Sophia's asking about the illusion spell that she picked up earlier. She doesn't know if that's what
Oh, gotcha.
Evelyn dispelled.
That's what I just felt.
But I can see if there's any magic on the lock that she's looking at.
Well,
And if
no,
not,
because
what if she could just
you
break
would've-
it open?
You would have known though, because didn't you pick up what was in there? You got the illusion,
I
the
don't.
necromancy, and the abjuration. I feel like you.
There
would've
is no
known that there was
abjuration
something-
inside the room, though.
Exactly. So I don't.
The abjuration's the door.
Exactly.
Right. So could you break the lock?
I'm gonna ping back with Evelyn. Do you think you could break that lock?
Ginger?
You can try.
Beat
What do
the
you want?
shit
Just
out
know,
of it.
though-
Let me at it. Let me at it.
Just know, though, if you break it and you don't open it,
You bought it.
there's no way to open it, possibly.
You break it, you buy it.
What kind of roll is breaking it?
No.
I mean, are you...
Hold on. I'm just gonna say after I
I
said
just
you
want
think you
to
can break
ask
it.
before I commit to doing
Yeah,
or not
no.
doing.
Hold on. Before you do that, if you've been in there this long, maybe you want to see if there's a way to open the door from the other side.
Alright.
Night, Mom.
Yeah,
It's dumpster.
that's what I was working on. If it looks like I can open the door, can I try and open the door?
There seems to be a door handle on the side that you're at. And
Okay, I'm gonna open the door.
you do open the door, and the door opens.
Wow,
Well, hello there.
what's up?
Seems like this might be a little easier now that you're in there and we know what we're working with. I'll look back to where the picture is and walk inside with Evelyn to go look at the safe.
Okay. Well, there it is.
Right. I'm gonna.
Swear to God, it's every fucking time.
I kind of like peek at it, but not being super knowledgeable with safes, I'm just gonna kind of step aside and look at everybody else.
I'm still locating object. Can I determine that indeed the document's inside the safe?
From what you can tell, yes.
And then I'm going to drop that, and I'm going to ritual cast detect magic again.
Okay.
Now that I can see inside the room.
So after several moments, you cast detect magic. 2 necromancy spells. One to your left, right where the safe is. Another one on the far side of the left-hand side. Dang it. Sorry. If you're sitting at the desk, it is to the left against the wall.
I was worried that
like there's like something like on the wall. And then right at the safe that you're looking at. And then the abjuration spell on the door handle is gone for some reason.
And then the necromancy spell on the safe.
Correct.
Is anything outlined? Because if something was magical, it would I would get a faint outline around it.
It's basically the door.
Mm.
You know, like there's there's the device to unlock it. Like you guys, so there's no key, but you guys can use lock picking to open it if you want. But where the door shuts, like where the crease is, that's lined in green.
Dispel a magic on the door.
On the door?
Yeah.
Necromancy's gone.
She already used dispel magic.
I did it on illusion. I have 2 spell slots.
Oh, gotcha.
So the illusion is gone, and so is the necromancy.
So
the only one now.
What is the range on that again, Evelyn?
120 feet. So wouldn't it get rid of both?
It would get rid of both.
Oh yeah. So then both disappear. And then the abjuration, the moment you guys seem to have opened the door, disappeared.
Well, I'm at a level 3 spell slots, but you can touch it now.
So, while they're looking at the safe, anybody else want to do anything in the room while they're determining what they want to do? Or are we all just standing around looking at the safe?
You said there were some lights on in the back of the room.
2 large candelabra type deals on the wall.
Are they the ones that lit up when Evelyn? I guess I wouldn't know that.
Those lit up when I walked in.
The moment she uncast Wild Shape.
I'm gonna make sure the door's closed to this room.
I don't know. Is there anything else of interest in this room?
Roll perception or investigation.
All right, perception it is, because my investigation sucks.
Can I check out the other thing that's magical? You said there's necromancy in the other side of the room.
18.
Well, so you're just looking to see like what was on that wall?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll a perception or investigation. 18.
Any like correspondence? Anything else that's eye-catching?
So, you kind of sit down at the desk, and you begin to kind of look around, shuffle through the paperwork, open up some of the desks. You're kind of like peeking around, seeing what you can see or find. And then Sophia, have you rolled yet? Sorry.
I was just saying where the magic was coming from.
Well, yeah, and you walk up to the wall, and you're just you look to see where that
Oh,
the necromancy
gotcha.
was in the center of the wall. So if you want, you can look perception or investigation to see if you see anything
Gotcha.
abnormal on the wall.
A 9.
9. Nothing out of the normal. But patience, you did meet the DC. Just barely. So as you're looking at the wall, and the rest of you guys are staring at the safe, kind of figuring out what you're trying to do. Patience. You sit down at the desk, and it's a very comfy, like one of those really, really squishy office chairs. And you're kind of
This is what the bigwigs must feel like.
You're kind of like bouncing, looking up and down. You're like, messing around with the desk, opening stuff up, pulling out, papers, scrolls, whatnot. And one of the bounces, the chair goes all the way down, and you're like,
Whoa.
"Fuck!" And as you do, you kind of like tilt back a little bit, and you're like, "Whoa, what the fuck is that?" And underneath the desk, on the very it's one of those ones where you can you slide all the way in, and it's like a really deep desk, and on the very back far right hand corner, like where the desk kind of meets at the angle, there seems to be something that's hanging low.
Hmm.
Like something that's beveled out.
I'll get a closer look.
Looks to be a button.
Hey guys, there's a button under here.
No.
Yeah. Kind of want to push it, but that
I wouldn't.
also might not be a good idea.
No, we don't know what that button does. It might open the safe, but it might also be like a alarm. Or
Yeah.
Button.
Well, I mean, it's way in the back here. Like, it's in the back corner of this little
It's
cutout
tucked
under here.
into the darkest corner of the back of the desk, just to
Yeah,
make it very
this
So
it's
hidden?
very hidden. If it was like an alarm or something, I feel like it would be easily within reach.
True, that's not necessarily something you need to hide.
Yeah,
Kind of want you to push it.
I kind of want to push it.
I kind of want you
Well,
to
let's get
push
what we're looking for first, so if we need to run after, we can.
it. Well, what we need is in that safe, and that button might open it.
I'm gonna push the button in 10 seconds unless somebody gives me a really good reason why I shouldn't.
Save scum. F5.
What? What's a 5 for?
Said save scum. F5.
Save.
Save scum.
Uh,
Can we quick?
push it. Push it. Push it. Like a really bad influence
I'm
over here 'cause I'm
gonna.
really curious about the button. I'm gonna get down on my hands and knees to look at the button.
I'm
It's
getting
just like
closer
a-
to the door.
It's like a very, very tiny button. It's not even like super noticeable. It literally looks like somebody made like a mistake in the wood. That's how they made it look, and it's kind of just like barely, just a little tiny thing in the very, very back.
Is it one of those things that's like just barely like flush with the
Yeah.
wood?
But it's just just off, and you're kind of like, the fuck is that?
Mm.
I'm gonna like reach towards the button and look at Patience.
If anybody's gonna push it, it's gonna be me.
I'm gonna push the button.
Fuck! Oh, I'm pushing it first.
So Sophia, you make your way. You're kind of like shimmying towards the door, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? And all of a sudden, you watch you hear oh no, me,
No,
me.
if I push it,
And,
no, I'm gonna push it. No,
They
no.
both
I'm
are
pushing it.
bumping each other to the desk, and you see the desk move a little bit, like it gets bumped, and then all of a sudden you hear, and you look on that back left-hand side of the wall where that necromantic magic was. The door or the wall itself recessed about an inch.
Oh,
I'll walk over to it.
Ooh.
Is it still magical?
which one of
Try
us
and-
pushed
I'll-
the button?
I pushed
I'll
it.
try and open the door.
You push
Actually,
the
you wanna
wall.
roll for it, Ray? I feel like we
and
can
the wall.
roll a d20.
Roll these. Roll these.
In
Both you guys roll off.
multiverse.
Yeah, well,
But
just roll
Sophia-
or just a d20.
Just a d20, and who rolls the highest gets it.
all right,
All right,
let's,
fine.
Let's do the rollies. We gotta get past the rollies first. Ooh, yeah, patience beat you.
Get wrecked.
Damn it!
Yeah.
And
Longer-
like I'm
longer-
reaching my finger for it, and you like sneak it underneath or underneath.
No,
my
no.
hand and push it.
I use my astral arm to just beat you.
Just sneaks it
Shove
right
my
into
face
pop.
out of the way. I'm like pushing your arm away.
Sophia, you push the wall, and as you do, the wall kind of moves and then slides off. And as it does, it opens into a bright red room with the walls kind of this red decor, large rugs and of different animals, creatures. It
Any
opens
ornate-
into
Any
What?
ornate clothing?
You do see like an elongated dress, like one that's, I would say, probably like 6.5 feet tall. Like it's a very long, slim dress with the back is kind of opened for something to stick through.
I would take that.
You gonna take that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you walk.
Or at least I would look at it. I would look at it and see if it's ornate material.
It's very, it's material. It's material you're not
Familiar with?
familiar with.
Can I sense that this is like well made?
It's very well made.
Yeah, I want it. I'm gonna take it.
Okay, so you begin to grab and kind of take it. And as you're standing in this room, what languages do you speak?
Common, Elvish, Primordial.
Primordial. Okay. There is many books in here of a language you do not understand. Maps with like figurines on them. Some scrolls, a couple of books opened up. You see a couple of stacked scrolls spread out, and you see like some writing that was started and then stopped, and a quill that was put down, and the quill and the ink is not black ink. It seems to be red.
First, I'm gonna take the dress.
Yep.
And then I'll walk back into that room and just say, "Old friend's up to something. Come in here.
Excuse me.
Can anyone read this?" And I'll direct them into the room and kind of point out like this map and the stuff. Can I tell like what it's a map of?
Radar.
Ooh.
And some
yeah,
other
go ahead.
place that you haven't seen before.
What language, Ginge?
What languages do you speak?
Common,
I've got Elvish.
Swedish, Quarry, Undercommon.
I've got Elvish, Gnomish, and Goblin.
I got Common and Infernal.
Patience.
Hey, let's go.
God damn it.
You can read it.
Oh.
Wait,
Huh,
can patients read?
What?
Oh, good point.
I can read. Of course.
I didn't
I'm
say it
not-
out loud.
Oh.
I'm sure what's his name would have taught you to read.
Oh, yes, he would have. Just you're the one who is actually interested in it.
Yeah. No, I'm in game. I would have known you could read.
Yes. I may have an intelligence of 7. That's not because I'm stupid.
Morn couldn't read.
What? That's Morn. This is patience.
Yeah, but what's
okay.
Morn's intelligence?
Higher than 7.
Oh, shit.
I have a
Patience.
grung with 7 intelligence. She can't read.
Look, everything.
Patience's intelligence is lower than Morn's. Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay, but we're
Oh,
playing it
no.
different. We're playing it differently. See,
Oh,
he
no.
played it as like his actual like intelligence was low. Me, it's like my learned knowledge is just lack.
Yeah, in reading is a learned knowledge.
I have a thing of 6 or higher, so therefore I can read.
Just
He has that
barely
going for
at
him.
3rd grade level.
Yeah, not very. I didn't say I'm like reading fucking War and Peace,
Yeah, more not an
but I
intelligence.
can read Infernal. Okay, fuck you. Okay, what's this infernal text say, Ginge?
So the scroll in front of you is a supply ledger, and you get supplies moved, stored at location, ready for pickup whenever you are. Please command on next move. we'll be waiting for direction. ... Question mark. Are we moving forward to next plan? Cleansing flame? Question mark.
Oh.
Is it signed by Ufert? Does she sign it? Does she
And
sign it? Is her name on it?
At the very bottom, it does not have her name. It has the initials DG.
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 This is like a sort of a supplies manifest, and also a note from somebody named DG. Cleansing flames mentioned, so kind of a red flag right there.
What's Donovan's last name?
I don't know. Did you guys ever give me that?
I don't know if I ever gave him one.
I don't know if we
Did
ever went
I?
that far.
I don't know. I know I
No.
gave him like his name and then the like
I don't think we
know
ever
who
worked
it
out
his
a
is.
last
sort
name.
of moniker.
So
I know.
just his last name.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Oh.
It is not G. It is
Yeah.
Q.
I know who it is. I don't
Wait,
know
what
who
did
it is.
what last name did we give him again?
Horton.
Oh, okay, wait. You must have done that.
Yes.
So are you reading out what this stuff is?
Yeah.
Okay. As soon as he says cleansing flame, I'm gonna immediately start ritual casting comprehend language because
Gonna take it away from me.
I want to know.
Well,
Sophia
I
would want
just-
to. Sophia would want to read.
You get the same knowledge,
trust
but
me?
it's broken up, and you feel like you're missing something.
In fact, Sophia can't wait. She's gonna cast comprehend language. Just straight up.
You get the same information. You read through some of the other scrolls. They are in Infernal. It seems to be, it seems to be broken up into kind of like missives. Like it's not like it's like telling you exactly what's happening, but it's more supplies. It's 10 chests of blah 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 blah, 14 chests of this, movement of 13 horses, like stuff like that. But you feel like there's something else missing. Like it's giving you all these bits and pieces and broken items, but there's some, I don't know. You just feel like there's something off. You guys have been around Donovan enough in the past to know when pieces of information are left out. Axel, are you in there as well, or are you still staring at the safe out there by the fireplace?
Yeah, if she would have said to come over, I probably would have.
Okay. So that is the information that you get as you guys are kind of standing in this like large room.
I'm gonna try and do a think back if I know anybody with these initials.
DG? No.
I'm gonna shrug with confusion and move back over to the safe because we still
What?
haven't opened said safe.
Anybody who's proficient in religion or history?
Not me.
Yeah.
I am.
Me.
I am as well. I got a +8 for both.
Roll.
No, so I'm going back to the safe.
Roll.
Oh boy.
I did this for it.
Okay, I really want to know.
Ooh.
I'm gonna
Wait.
portent myself. 19, Ginge.
19?
I'm gonna say the information reveals itself within. If that's high enough, the information will reveal itself kind of on my canvas that I normally use.
It's high enough.
I got 11.
Not high enough. You sit and you just really You're a
Is
book
my-
girl. Oh, go ahead. Yeah, Evelyn, I forgot you were gonna roll.
Yeah, I have 19, what, 20?
20. Let's go. The two bookworms. So the two bookworms, you guys kind of put your heads together as you guys are both sitting there, and you're not making much progress. You're just bouncing it back and forth in your own heads, and then kind of underneath your breath, Sophia, you just start saying, like where you start talking to yourself, and Evelyn, you start bouncing off that, and you guys go back and forth together, and you guys are like, DG, 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 Infernal, DG, Datharius. You start going through a bunch of like names through history, through whatever you guys can think of. And you sit and you stare at the paper and you look at the way that it's signed. DG. And then underneath in scribbles. You missed it before. Cruel. And the more you think about it, the more it kind of comes to the forefront of your mind, and you're just like, there's no way. But it does, and it makes sense. Dresgak the Cruel. But that's a demon. Would make sense if this is written in Infernal. Oh shit.
I'm just gonna look at Evelyn and just kind of like go silent and like start shaking my head, like, and kind of like whisper under my breath, like, oh shit.
Yeah, I think my hand is like just over my mouth, kind of like, ah ha ha.
Yeah.
That can't be. Is that spelled?
I think
It's a G.
Yeah, no, I
Z
think that.
Z
yeah.
G. So you've read about him too.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, this is bad.
I read enough to know this is really bad.
And Sophia's gonna look probably like nothing you guys have ever seen really before, at least outside of patience. Genuinely upset. Like start shaking a little bit.
I know that look, and that's not a good one. I mean, obviously the shit is written in Infernal, so that's bad. But like, what's it say? What's the look for?
I wasn't even. Well,
And as you guys kind of like, you piece it together, you think of the tapestry out in the fireplace. You think of this room, and there are a couple pictures on the wall in this room as well of demonic fights, wars clashing. To kind of put you on edge as you stand in this little room.
I'm not going to immediately answer patience. Instead, I'm going to use this newfound context to start just digging through everything. Like Sophia's going to go in kind of a frenzy of just like tossing scrolls and flipping over maps and
roll an investigation or perception.
With guidance, if you'll accept it.
Yeah, I would. That is a nat 20, 25 plus guidance.
For a total of?
It's another one, so 26.
Oh, let's go.
Holy shit.
So I set the DC at 25.
Holy fuck.
As
Thank
you
God for
are
guidance.
tossing the room frantically, you're ripping things down, you are moving objects around, and everybody's kind of looking at you in a panic. You wipe, like you tear down, you bring down the paintings, you're looking at things, and you're just confused. And as you rip down one of the paintings on the wall, your hand passes through something, like the fingers disappear for a second.
Oh.
And you're like, whoa. And you bring your hand back at that same spot. It seems to be some kind of illusion right there on the wall.
Wouldn't the illusion be dispelled because Evelyn casted Dispel Illusion?
Yeah, like, is this within
On
120
a
feet?
And as you look at the inside of the door, it seems the whole room is lined in lead.
Oh.
Oh shit. We didn't detect any of this magic.
Oh.
So I know there's an illusion there, right? Or I have an idea there's an illusion there. Can I try and like reach past it?
Yep. And you feel a safe.
Another fucking safe?
There's another
Alright.
one.
Where's the hidden button for this one?
If Patience remembers, the
Something
hidden
else here.
button didn't open a safe the last time either.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
So we still have the other safe to open, and now we have this safe.
Well, the other safe has what we came for.
I think this is way more important.
And Sophia's kind of out of breath.
As an aside, I'm gonna join Nova back at the other safe. I don't care what the fuck is going on over here.
Yeah, this would probably have. I imagine this would have taken some time, Ginge.
Yeah.
So do you want to go back to what they're doing in the meantime?
Yep. So,
I'm looking, as I was messaging you, Ginge. Just furiously looking at this safe, trying to figure out, because I don't know anything about lockpicking. So I'm just straight fiddling with it, kind of trying to figure it out.
Yep, and you've looked that lock up and down, and it's a combination.
I do have thieves' tools proficiency. If nobody else does.
I think, yeah, you're probably the only one.
I would have looked at Axel when he rejoined me, and just had asked that. Do you know how to open locks without breaking them?
Not very good at it, but I can always give it a shot.
And then, would KB have come over too, or is he still with the rest of the group?
Yeah, I think no, I would have come over too. Especially, I think I've done locks for the group before, so I probably
so
would.
you probably would have heard me ask that question then.
Yeah, oh, if you said it out loud, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely did.
Yeah, I'm not the best, but I've picked a few locks here and there.
Give it a shot. I'm tired of us spinning our wheels here.
Yeah, let's try to get this deed and get out of here. I feel like we've spent plenty of time and more likely to get caught in here.
Maybe I could get a little bit of guidance.
I got you. I got you. I will.
You have guidance too?
I do.
Oh, shit.
I will cast guidance on KB.
Guidance.
Guidance.
I abuse guidance every time I roll.
In fact, I think I used it last week when I was trying to find that damn Vivix blade shit.
18.
18?
Yeah.
After several go-rounds on the lock, you do manage to find a portion where you're turning. You're listening for the click, and as you do, you kind of hear like one of the tumblers move, and then you hear it kind of lock in place, and you quickly go back the other direction. And you start listening again. Roll another perception or another lock picking, and you can still use your guidance. It's 3 checks. And it doesn't. We're not using like your lock picking tools if you fail. It's kind of a combination one. So, for the first one, you've locked in the first one.
Roll again with guidance.
That's 26.
Holy shit.
So he turns it quickly this time. Whew.
And something good. 23.
should probably clarify that. I always get that mixed up.
You can finish their stuff first, Ginge.
No, I know, but now you got me angry if I made the wrong, in my tired mistake here.
I'm sorry.
You're good, dude.
I speak Abyssal. If it's a languages question.
It's more for my mental sanity because I'm an idiot. Okay. It is, sorry, it is infernal still. I was correct. I'm an idiot for the way that I said it. So, it's infernals, devils, not demons.
I was wondering the exact same thing, bro. I was
Thank
like,
you.
did
Hey,
you?
I love you guys, and this is why. Call me the fuck out. Because
I remember that
I
happening in
get
the
'em-
last
I
campaign.
get
I was
them
like,
mixed up all the time for some reason. I don't know why.
Devils
Well,
are
you-
So,
right.
so Drazgak the Cruel is a devil.
Not a
It is a devil.
Okay.
You
Devils
said
are lawful evil. Demons are chaotic evil, and they speak abyssal.
Thank you.
either
My
way.
mind.
I speak Abyssal. We're covered.
I know,
We're
but
set.
it's. I don't know why my brain does that, and I'm just like, yeah.
Well, because
infernal,
most
same fucking thing.
outside of D&D, most people,
It's the same
like,
thing.
it's the
It's
same
the
thing.
same. Yeah.
Or they never even say devils because there's only one in their eyes.
Exactly. No, this is
Okay.
devils, as in like the levels of hell, all that stuff.
Like Avernus.
Yep.
Yes,
Okay.
it is that.
Yep.
Thank you for clarifying, so that way my brain got that too. But yeah, the first one you click in slow, KB, and you're getting a feel for the lock. But after the first one, you're like, this is fucking easy. I should do this more often. And you just see KB all of a sudden, his like little goblin fingers just like flip, 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 click, flip, 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 and it's like matter of like a minute, and he opens the door with no
Ooh.
issues.
All right, KB. As he opens it, what is inside the safe?
The safe blows up in your face. No, I'm just kidding.
Now we
Uh,
can smell the necromancy.
What's inside
Hey,
his death?
not in the side. You're
Total
just
party
instant dead.
kill. Campaign over.
TPK,
Oops.
Campaign over. Well, it was fun, guys. I'm going to bed. No, I'm just kidding. Where is my notes?
Joke's on you. I have a backup character already made.
I mean, it blew up the whole world. Radar's dead, so.
The whole
I have a whole
planet
new
just
character made.
explodes.
For a whole new
For a
campaign.
new campaign.
Rothos
the plan-
campaign 3.
This was part of the plan all along, was to steal the fucking the deed for the Beans' place, to get people to come in here and do some sneaking around, uncover all this bullshit, and then drop a nuke on them that destroys the entire planet. Like that was it. That's the plan in the paper.
Obviously.
That was the campaign, as written.
Exactly.
I mean,
Well,
it's...
guys, thanks for coming. It was a great campaign. We'll be back. We'll be back with the next campaign.
In there, you do find 2 ledgers. You find 2 scrolls right next to each other. You find like a stack, like 2 stacks of gold coins, roughly. And then you find a couple other like ledgers of shipments and whatnot.
I'll grab the first 2 ledgers and unfurl them.
Okay. One is the legitimate document for Beanworks. The other is a write-up of a missive payment, and as you read it, you could tell it's like a forgery. Like trying to think of the way I want to say this. I'm sorry for my poor words. It is basically like a statement saying that Beanworks did not pay their taxes and their payments for the building on a certain day. Like you could see where all their payments are done and everything is ledgered, everything looks really good, payments are done on time. You can see where it was signed off by 2 parties, and then you see where there's one big like an end of the year, like your taxes. So this is like a tax evasion type looking thing. There's one part of the year where the payment wasn't paid, and you can see Uferin's like signature next to it that says payment missed, foreclosure entitled.
Pretty gently put them in my pack and say, nice work, Kibbles. We got what we have, what we came here for. We're leaving.
What about this other thing over here?
I don't care.
KB, I got one more.
Axel is my spirit animal. I don't care.
And he's immediately turning around. He's starting to walk out.
I'm gonna grab your arm. Wait, hold on. We don't wanna all take off separately.
Well, then they hurry
KB,
up.
This is way more important. I can explain later, but there's something in here, and I'm gonna take him to that spot on the wall where I found it, and just be like, "There's a safe here as well."
All right. I'll try to open it. Same deal?
DC on this one is much higher. Same thing, 3 rolls.
Guidance.
Yep.
Okay.
Evelyn has you this time.
I got you.
Oh, that's a good roll.
As she's like standing behind you, like doing like a pee dance out of excitement.
A 25.
Where are you seeing these rolls? I'm not seeing any of them come up in the chat.
D&D Beyond.
Oh.
Well, that's another
You-
good roll.
This time,
Holy shit.
you put your hands up into the illusion, and you can't even see what you're doing, but you feel it. And you guys watch as KV climbs up on the shelf to put his head like against the safe so he can listen in, and you guys watch as like half of KB's face disappears. Like you see like half of KB's face on one side of the painting, and then half the other side's gone, and you just see him like focusing, and so like one eye is moving, and you can just see like the one eye going around like he's like scanning his brain. So the first roll, you do roll, and it click. You set the first tumbler.
The second one is a 27.
Easy enough. The goblin fingers are at work. You roll back. Click. Second one.
The third one is a 13.
A 13.
Yeah.
You can't seem to hear the third. And you feel like you might have lost it. But you have one more try before it locks itself. You already know the first 2, so you immediately rotate and you find the first one. You go back, you find the second. And now you're going to try for the third one more time, if you want to.
Oh.
Guidance.
15.
A 15. Unfortunately, as you rotate the third, you feel something lock and then stick.
I think we've lost it.
What else can you do? We have to get this open.
And Sophia's starting to like hyperventilate.
I'll move over. Cover your ears.
I'm gonna cast knock on this lock.
Knock on it?
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What does knock do again?
It
Choose
can
an object that
open
you-
something.
It
It
unlocks.
opens locks and shit, but it's audible up to 300 feet away, I think.
When you cast a spell, allow knock audible from as far away as 300 feet emanates from the target object. But
Yeah.
I would run over. I'd close the main door. I'd close the door to the
But you've
back
already
room, and then
done
I would.
Yeah.
What?
Well,
And
the
then I would
main door
cast knock.
you guys closed before, like when you guys first
Yeah,
came.
yeah.
You closed
So
that.
I'm like exasperated, and then I run over. I quickly slam it shut, and I just instantly cast knock.
Wait, so I would have. I'm not standing in that room, but I'd see Sophia close that door.
Yep.
And then would I hear knock on the other side of it? Or would it
Audible up to
contain-
300 feet away,
Yeah, but
probably.
I'm just
What if
curious
it's a soundproof
he
illusion
said
door?
this was my question because he did say it was a lead room, so I'm just curious.
It's a
if
lead
it-
room. Yeah.
If it contains sound or something.
It.
Well, I mean, it might not contain sound,
That's
but
what
I
this is
would
might
gonna
it
say-
do,
contain a
Ginge.
magical effect?
Yeah, I'm more
It-
curious for your purposes, Ginge, if I would hear it on the other side of the wall.
Do you close it?
Yeah, I close it, and then I'm
Okay.
like, cover your ears, and then I just cast knock.
Okay, so a target that is held shut by a mundane lock or is stuck or barred becomes unlocked. Okay.
Is it a mundane lock though?
think
I
it
mean,
just
we were
needs
able
fuck-
to we were
it just
able to
needs-
open it with mundane
Oh,
means.
that's true.
The object can be a door, a box, a chest, a set of manacles, a padlock, or another object that contains a mundane or magical means that prevents access.
Correct. So.
It also works against arcane locks, right?
Correct. If the target is held shut with arcane lock, that spell is suppressed for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I legit don't care about the lock, Ginge. I just want to know if I heard the knock.
I know.
I just need to know because it's gonna determine something.
going to determine something.
It's gonna determine something. You guys are about to. There's gonna be a problem
Uh-oh.
when you cast that. There's gonna be a big problem.
Where the fuck is it? I just had it. Oh, there it is. 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 Okay. So, you shut the lead. You shut the door. So
Yep.
KB, Sophia, and Patience are inside of the room. Correct.
And I just
Yeah.
say, cover your ears,
And
and I don't
Evelyn?
really even wait for them to do it. I just.
Evelyn?
Okay.
Where's Evelyn?
I'm in there, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And you cast the spell. I will, for the benefit of you guys, you turn the knob to the first two that you know were there, and now you know you're locked on that third one, and
Yep.
it does pop the door open. Two things happen. One, it does dampen the sound. So I wouldn't say 300, I'd say more like 150 maybe. Roughly-ish, but it still gives a pretty good, that big knock noise. Two, as the door swings open, you guys watch as a toxic gas pours out.
Oh shit!
You four, as it begins to fill the room that you're in, make Constitution saving throws. 1.
Oh no!
Ginge, let me know when I can do my piece.
I have something too.
Oh god. You guys
10.
have no idea.
Oh, 7. Fuck.
Oh wait.
A 14?
11.
11?
Oh no!
Okay, so what do we got?
Oh, yeah.
What do we got? So, okay, so we got 11.
Oh damn,
10.
we are in trouble.
Patience, what was yours?
Oh no!
7.
we are in
7?
trouble.
Okay, so 3 failures. Who else? gotta
14.
go? 14. That is a success. Just barely. You take 8,
Right.
10.
I don't like this.
Oh no.
You guys take 34 points of necrotic damage.
You take 42.
And I'm dead.
Oh my god.
take-
You're all dead.
Don't do
Instantly
that
dead.
to me.
Dead.
You
You're
take-
not just dead, you're dead.
You take 11 points of necrotic damage and half for Sophia that you succeeded. But as the gas pours out, you're like, oh, no. And you just feel like almost like something is grabbing you by the neck and choking you. Like you just feel like you're being asphyxiated.
Asphyxiated. You guys
As
didn't
the
do
gas
detect
begins
magic
to
on
form.
that shit in there. Okay.
I'm gonna quickly check the safe. Is there anything inside?
Yes. You see a journal. You see one scroll, and then you see. Oops, what am I doing? Stop it, please. Where is this item? You see a like a long how to describe this?
Is
Sorry,
there
I'm just reading.
is there a picture?
Yes. So
Ooh, okay.
you find a long black piece of chalk that seems to have runic symbols inscribed. All
I wouldn't
along.
really be looking at it yet. I'd be reaching my arm in and like swiping everything up because I can't
Okay.
really breathe, right? So I imagine I would just be kind of swiping all the objects up
Yeah.
and like quickly kind of throwing them in my backpack with the dress.
Okay.
And then I
Alright.
would.
And then
Ginge.
nothing. You're stuck on the other side of the door.
No. So this all
Bro,
probably
what is happening
happens.
to you?
Yeah, probably all happens not very many seconds. So Sophia would have like in a rampage closed that door, and I would have been like, "What the fuck are you guys doing?" The second I hear that knock, I'm going to erupt into flaming fury. No, I'm just kidding. The second I hear that knock, I'm gonna be like taken aback, and I'm gonna reach under the desk to open the door, because at this point I'm wanting, now that there's this loud noise, I'm wanting to collect everybody and force them out of the room. So I will have unlocked the wall door thing.
Okay. And as it does, and you push it forward and kind of shove it off to the side, they come
And I'll be
rolling
yelling
out.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, "What the fuck?" I'm gonna step back as there's like residual.
Axel, where's your portal? Your packed, your void thing.
What for exactly?
Your hole,
Is-
your black hole.
You're gonna tell me what the fuck you're doing?
I'm gonna take off my
Show
backpack.
me your black hole! Show me your black
Give me
hole!
the black hole. We need to get out of here.
Sorry.
No.
What the hell are you making such loud noises for? What the hell happened?
There's this
Everybody
hidden safe
heard
back
us.
there. There is a hidden safe back there.
We need to get out of here.
Like, I know. I got what's in it. We need to go. Believe me, we need to get out of here.
Yeah, I wanted to do so already.
But I can't have this stuff. We need to put it in the black hole.
Then give it to me.
I'll toss the backpack to you. It says all my stuff except for my spellbook.
You shoved all the stuff in the safe into your pack?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. He'll, quickly, frantically take out the portable hole, lay it out, and very carefully he'll place Sophia's pack in there before refolding it and tucking it into his pocket.
Okay. As you set out the hole, and you're putting items into this black hole, and you start to kind of fold it up, you guys, all of you here, and you look back to Ufrin standing at the doorway.
Shit.
Oh, hello.
Something that you did find, and I don't appreciate. It seems like we need to have a discussion, does it not? And that's where we'll end the night.
Perfect.
Book.
Y'all are grounded.
Man,
For real.
it's
Did
really
he
nice
see
to
it?
win.
Did we
Hey,
get the?
hey,
did
we're
we
the
get the
we,
back in the
we
hole in
got
time?
we got shut in the
No,
room.
no, I know, but I literally was gonna open the door and grab you all by the ears and like drag you out of the room. Be like, "What the fuck
Did we
was
get the
that noise?"
backpack in the hole in time?
Yeah, he folded it up and put it in his
Yeah,
pocket.
he was folding.
Now it's in his pocket.
Excellent.
And Ofrin, what's the name?
Ufrin,
Axel has a hole in his pocket.
Is a what?
a gnomish
Gnome.
female.
Oh.
That we know of.
Right.
Yeah, with a
She's not-
contract, likely with a contract from a devil. But
She's got weird taste in art, is what she's got.
Yeah, y'all are grounded.
Alarm is a really nice.
Y'all are lucky I have someone I unconditionally follow orders to, because if I didn't, I would just leave you all.
If
I
you
didn't do
did,
I didn't
you
do
wouldn't
nothing.
even be in this campaign.
Exactly.
I didn't do nothing.
Oh, but this is perfect.
I didn't do nothing.
You're
I don't
guilty
know
by
why I'm grounded.
association.
What?
You know what's really nice? When you put alarm on door handles or door locks.
Oh,
Yeah, I wondered
shit.
about that whole abjuration thing
smart.
dropping.
So.
Poor Axel.
Okay.
I literally told him to wait, and this
You
is
did.
what happens.
Well, the other option what was going to be is I was actually going to wait for him to start walking out the door, and he was going to get shoved back through the door. Was going to be the other thing that was going to happen. So she was there.
I was gonna have 4
Just
ears in
waiting.
my fingers, yanking
But
him out the door.
Another question:
Yeah.
how much gas got through the door before we were able to get through and close it?
Like through?
Oh,
No, it
yeah,
came
'cause, like, I
It came rolling out. Like it poured out to a certain point and then stopped within the you know.
Oh,
But
okay,
you guys
okay,
were trapped
okay.
within the room, so,
So
it just
from-
came out.
It was
it's
just
possible-
a measure to weaken the enemy before she has a chance to deal with them.
Well, I
So there's
was
still
also,
a
chance
I
he-
opened the door. I did not get affected by that gas, right?
There's still a chance
can
he
step
doesn't
back.
know we got in the back room. And
She?
so we might. There's a chance she doesn't know we made it into the back room, and so
Possible.
we might be able to, we could like just give her that deed and be on our merry way.
Mm.
I ain't giving her shit, and neither
Yeah,
are you.
what, you give her the D to the beans?
Hell no.
Yeah,
It's been
Oh,
too
we got-
long since we've had a good fight. I don't care if she's
Well,
short. I'm cracking her
we
fucking knee
got,
pad.
we got something
I-
way more important.
I could tell you right now in advance that's literally not happening, so you could just go ahead and take that idea, pluck it out of your brain, and throw it in the garbage can.
It'd be
I'm
pretty
sorry.
fine.
What
Yeah,
idea?
Doesn't mean Sophia's not gonna try and do that.
Wait.
There's gonna be a lot of
who are you
backpedaling.
wait, who
Thank
are
you very
talking
much for
to?
coming, stream. We're gonna debate amongst ourselves because I've just created some chaos and I'm fucking loving it. So we will see you guys again next week, Wednesday. I think we got one more session here before the Christmas holidays. 2 more sessions. Like one more, I think, because that last 2 weeks get a little hairy for me.
Problem.
Yes, sir.
I have
Uh-oh.
I have a thing next week.
Then
What the
it
fuck?
looks like
Forgot about it.
we
Oh, no.
might be off for the rest of December. Because I have Christmas at home with my mama, and then the week after that, I got Christmas. I'll let you know if I make it back in time, because we might.
Well, what
we
about
might be
what about the
driving
20th?
Yeah,
back.
what
What's
about
I mean
20th?
though? That's when I'm. So next week, so like the 20th is when we might be heading north to do Christmas up by Fargo.
Gotcha.
So, but I will let you. I know. I'm sorry. I will let you know. The
Thursday's
20th.
gonna be a great day to drive up. It's 4 days before Christmas. You'll dodge
No.
this big snowstorm on the 20th.
So
That's
you're saying we
definitely
can do
coming.
it on a day other than Wednesday? Gotcha. Yes, I'm on board. I like that idea. Thank you for pitching it.
Yeah.
I think the 20th we should still be able to. I don't foresee why not. I don't think we're leaving that day. So, but 20th for sure, no.
I mean, if we had to change days, my schedule's pretty open.
I mean, I can't do Tuesday, but I could do
I'm-
Thursday.
Pretty sure I can do Wednesday. So,
You better, or I
Next-
will literally rope myself.
Oh,
You can't give me
Wow.
3 weeks to stew about this. That would be horrible.
Yeah, I can't.
this man's sitting over here talking about give me his black hole, and then he wants to string himself up. Like, calm down there with your kinks, my guy.
No, no,
I
no.
really,
I
I
mean,
really
to be fair,
want
this
to
is a
stop this
shitty
black
spot
hole.
to leave it for having to wait that long.
That's what's so good about it.
No, it's not.
I think I did this like in the last campaign too, where we ended up having to take off like almost a month because of stuff, and we were at like a hardcore cliffhanger.
we
Yeah.
were.
And I don't
I mean,
remember.
I'm
what
not
it
sure
was.
it's getting any better though. It's not like next episode might end any better than this one. So
Might all be dead. You don't know.
Well, but that's not happening either. So you could throw that one in the garbage can too.
I
I
mean,
mean, they might be dead. I'll be flying away, but
Anyway, we will figure out what is going on.
So what we're trying to say, stream, is we'll be back next week.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll
See
be back
ya.
next week. right, right?
Possibly there. Well, I have a thing.
No, your thing's not important.
Yes, it is. I paid money for it.
No.
We
it
will see you
definitely is
guys.
I'll pay you
most
off. I'll buy you
likely-
off.
I'll buy you
I'm
off.
not selling my fucking tickets. No way.
We'll both buy you off. You'll make money off this.
Tickets.
Jesus.
Yeah,
You don't need
tickets.
tickets. You don't need tickets.
Yes, I do.
This is more important. This is life or death.
Yes, but also
Not
tickets
life,
for
but
the
it's
show.
still life or death.
It's still life. It's still life or death.
We will see you guys most likely the 20th. We love you. Be safe. Almost happy holidays. We'll
Thanks
see you
for hanging
soon.
out. Be safe. Be kind. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Later.